Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Beyond the Scoreboard, episode 3. We are finally live.
That's right. That's right. We got it working this week, so
We did. No more technical difficulties. And a big weekend, honestly. Massive weekend.
Oh yeah, huge. I mean, there's so much to talk about.
So yeah, with all that to talk about, we kind of got to jump in really immediately.
Yeah.
Big stories, breaking news today. Not really breaking anymore as it happened this morning, but there was three trades that happened today in the NFL.
Yeah.
One of them has been a little bit under the radar that I actually found out on my way home from our football game tonight. The first one, well, as a lot of people know, Devontae Adams finally gets traded
Oh,
to the Jets. We all knew what was happening.
that makes me so excited. I love that Rodgers Devontae connection that they had back in Green Bay. So for them to be back in, back together anywhere, that's something special there. It's gonna be
Yes.
so fun.
So, and honestly, a trade that the Jets really is a steal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a 2025 conditional third round pick. That if Devontae is a first or second team All Pro, or is on the Jets' active roster for the AFC Championship game or Super Bowl, it becomes a second round pick.
That's such a weird,
It's
condition there.
agency for it, but
Yeah. Hey,
it's
understandable though.
it is understandable.
Yeah. Make sure they get composition for that pick if it turns out to be a bad pick or a bad trade.
Yes, definitely. So the other one that happened roughly 2 hours ago, Cam Akers
Oh
got
yeah.
traded to the Vikings today from Texans for a conditional 6th round pick.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, Texans don't need him. Joe Mixon's back, so
And then Damian Pierce as well.
yeah, yeah.
So they didn't they didn't feel like they needed a three-headed monster at running back.
I guess not.
And then obviously the other big one that I'm excited for, Amari Cooper
Yeah, I
goes from
mean,
Cleveland to Buffalo.
I don't even know. Like, I just don't get it because it's not Amari's fault. It's obviously Watson who is the problem. So we're trading Amari. Like, he's old. He's 30. He still has, I think, a year or two on his contract left. So ship that off. But it's like, come on. Like, what are
Well,
you like? What are we doing?
from what I read today, his contract's not worth anything anymore.
No, it's like I think it
120
said they were like,
or
yeah,
1.21 million. It's
yeah.
actually
It's like
1.21 million a year.
yeah, it might have been a good trade, but I don't know. In the end, I guess we'll see.
Bills received a 6th round pick
Yeah,
and Cooper for a 3rd round pick and a 7th round pick.
yeah. So I mean, at least we got the 3rd round pick back for him, but
And now he's actually gets to play with
a good quarterback. Yeah, no kidding. No
um
kidding.
so I have a few questions for you with that.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
But that'll be in a different segment.
Oh yeah,
So
that'll be fun.
let's jump on in to our picks of the week.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
know
right.
you're excited about this.
I sure am. A lot better than last week, that's for sure.
So as you can tell by his enthusiasm, Ayden went 100% this week
Yeah,
for his
for the
pick.
yeah the NFL I went 100%. Got them all right. The overs and unders I didn't, but the rest of the picks I got. So
So let's hop
which
on in right here.
was
As you can all
insane.
see, starting out 49ers getting one against the Seahawks. Ayden picked the Niners. I picked the Seahawks.
Yeah,
Going on down, Bears, Jacksonville. Bears left no doubt.
that yeah.
Packers, Cardinals. Packers kind of ran away with this one.
Yeah, I thought maybe for a second, but no, Cardinals just they suck. They're bad.
Colts, Titans. What a
Too
I'm
close.
sorry for you Colts and Titans fan. This was kind of a boring game.
Yeah, and that's honestly too close for the Colts if 20-17. I mean, I don't know. I think Anthony Richardson comes back, but I think Flacco should start, honestly.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I
Uh,
think he's better.
Texans, Patriots, the score's closer than what this one ever was.
Yeah,
This
for
was
sure.
first half, it actually looked interesting. It's 14-7 at halftime, but other than that, this game was never close, really. Buccaneers,
Drake
Saints.
Drake May had a very good, like, impressive first game. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Buccaneers, Saints. That one wasn't ever anything. Bucks
that
ended up winning that one, and so did Ayden. Ayden picked the Bucks. I did pick the
oh
Saints.
yeah, there were
I
so
will.
many penalties in that game too. It was
Yes.
insane.
Oh,
But there was a game later this week that had even more. So
yeah. Eagles, Browns. I'm sorry to tell you, Ayden, this game was just the battle of two teams that suck.
it was awful. I mean, the Browns had like all of them at the end of this first half. Miles Garrett blocks the field goal. Rodney McLeod returns it for a touchdown. They have all the momentum going in to the second half, and they just do nothing. And it's like we drive down the field. We're about to score a touchdown, and then penalty. Okay, all right, where it's third and goal, and another penalty. Like it's a false start and a holding. It's like, come on, guys,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Um, Moving on to a game I was actually rather excited about. The Ravens
Yeah.
can. It was turned out to be a heck of a game.
I mean, if you're a Commanders fan, then you have to be happy with like that's probably the happiest you can be with a loss because that's a legit team you played. You played well against them, so
With a rookie quarterback.
yeah, exactly. Jaden Daniels, I'm telling you, he could be the MVP this year.
Yeah, that's a little much. Chargers Broncos game. I'm gonna be honest, not a lot of people really cared about, including myself.
No,
But
I didn't care.
that's a good win for the Chargers. Broncos look like they didn't do nothing till the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was the first time
So
the Chargers won in Denver since 2018 or something like that. I think I heard. So that's
Steelers Raiders. We're gonna do a little bit of a breakdown this week of each game and how we felt. I have some personal opinions about this game that I'm gonna rant about. Um, Lions Cowboys. There's not much to talk about that one except for Cowboys suck.
that. Yeah, the Cowboys they're 0-3 at home. Like it's the opposite of last year where they only won at home and lost on the road. They literally are doing the opposite. So I don't know.
Falcons Panthers. Folks, Falcons are for real.
Oh yeah,
Panthers are, well, the Panthers. Um, Moving
like
down, Bengals Giants once again. Snooze fest. Oh,
that. I'm
that game.
pretty sure they had like more penalty yards than like either team's total yards
I believe it. That this
or
game was
something crazy like that.
that both offenses looked so bad.
That was awful. I mean, I thought maybe Daniel Jones having Malik Neighbors back would do something. No,
No. Talk
no.
about a game that was fun though. Last night's game.
That was the game that had the most penalties. There we go.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, now let's go into a little bit of a breakdown of each game. 49ers Seahawks. Didn't end up watching very much of this game, only was able to watch little bits and pieces, but seems like 49ers kind of held it together pretty much the whole game, kind of had the lead
Yeah.
the entire way. And it's good with them being like that and being without McCaffrey still. It's good to see them still rocking and rolling.
Yeah, and without Jordan Mason too, because he got hurt. So
Oh yeah,
it's
that's true.
yeah, it's impressive that they stay able to cooperate or work the way they were against the Seahawks because the Seahawks were 3-0, to start the year. Like they played decent, and now it's kind of like just a rough patch there. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the Seahawks are legit later this year.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
Bears Jaguars. NFC North.
The NFC North is at some point someone has to start losing. Like, and I don't think it's going to be the Packers, and I don't think it's going to be the Lions.
I don't think
I genuinely,
like looking at the Bears schedule, like I don't think it'll be the Bears.
I think they'll lose the games here and there. Like, I
I
think
do, but I think it'll be the Vikings. Like I think
that's what I was thinking.
Eventually the Vikings will come back down to earth, honestly. But it makes you wonder when it's gonna happen. Like, obviously, they had a bye this week,
Yeah.
but they played Detroit this week.
Well, it's like I think they'll lose that game this week.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Because it's like the 11-0 Steelers a few years ago. They're like, okay, they're winning, they're beating the teams that they should, and they're kind of like playing, they're winning these games that are hard. But it's like the Vikings let what a 29-point come or some not 29 points, but a 20 some point comeback with against the Packers where they almost lost. So it's like they have weaknesses that can be taken advantage of. So
Yeah.
I definitely think that the Vikings will start losing.
Yeah, I'd agree. It will at some point. It's a matter of time of, I guess, when.
And
Yeah.
have someone in here saying "Go Broncos" now.
Yeah.
No.
Um, Going on down, Packers, Cardinals. I can't say I'm really shocked with this one. Um,
Yeah,
I
being
mean,
in Green Bay.
The Cardinals had looked good in certain games. The one thing that's going to end up hurting Green Bay, I think, is their receiving core.
See, I don't know, Jaden Reed mixed with
Romeo
Romeo
Dobbs
Dobbs and Christian Watson.
coming back from suspension, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like your young receivers at some point is going to catch up to you and bite you in the butt. Like I personally thought that it was going to end up being um the Packers were going to make a move for Amari Cooper.
that'd be something. That'd be interesting.
But
I don't know.
I don't know. It didn't end up happening, so um maybe Packers go for someone else later on in the year. Like today honestly seemed like a day like it was like the trade deadline and it wasn't.
Yeah,
It
a lot of teams were.
was your trades.
Yeah, it's only going to get crazier. I feel like throughout the rest of the year.
Oh, 100%. Moving on down, Colts, Titans. A game that you expected the Colts to win, not, I guess, not only by 3, but I mean, I guess that's what
They
happens
should
when
have.
you have old man Flacco. But
Yeah,
I
he.
mean,
I don't know. Like Flacco still played well. I feel like he could have played better, but I don't know. I didn't watch all that game, but like losing or winning by 3 against the Titans, come on. Gotta play better than that.
yeah, no, I 100% agree. Texans, Patriots, there's not much to talk about in that one.
No.
The Patriots are who we thought the Patriots were. Patriots will be sellers when we
Yeah.
get to the trade deadline. They're gonna take the season. I'm surprised they brought Drake May out at this point.
I am too. I thought for sure they'd stick with Jacoby Brissett.
I did too, and I feel like they should.
I do too. I think like kinda although Jacoby Brissett isn't like, the veteran player you want a young quarterback to sit behind, like he can still teach Drake May the way, like, how to play the game and whatnot, how it works in
Yeah,
the NFL.
100% agree. Going on down here, Bucks Saints. Um, I
Wow.
think we have to start talking legitimate about Baker Mayfield.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he is a man to be reckoned with. That he's unstoppable.
This is vintage, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Um,
It, I mean, I think the Bucks will be Super Bowl like contenders. Like I think they could make a deep run in the playoffs.
yeah, I could see it. I mean, I think that whole division, like, no, I guess obviously not the whole division, as you know, there's New Orleans and Carolina in there, but
Yeah.
Atlanta or Tampa Bay, like, they could end up making a deep run.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, yeah, I could see Atlanta being in there too.
Eagles, Browns. We're going to do a little bit of a segment later on, and it's going to be called Roach's Hot Seat. Aiden's going to give us the coaches that are on the hot seat, and I have a
Right.
feeling these two coaches might be on it.
I have. Oh,
Oh,
um,
don't spoil it yet, but
definitely have a couple.
yeah, I'm sure. Um, yeah, abysmal game.
It
Let's
was
be honest.
bad. I
I
mean,
didn't care about this game. Both of these teams are bad. Um, both of these teams, I think, will be bad all year long. Um,
yeah.
unless the
Hey,
Eagles can manage to turn something around.
hey, Chubb comes back this week.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
I just we have someone join here. Should call it road transfer. Yep, I agree with that right there. Call it
I
road
like
trance about the Browns. Yeah, for
that.
sure, Jarrett. For sure. Yeah,
Um, but no, it's just yeah, bad bad times to be Cleveland fan, bad times to be a
yeah,
Philly fan.
yeah, for sure. It's bad.
Moving on down, Baltimore, Washington, and this is the complete opposite. Both these franchises should be feeling good.
For sure.
Um,
That's they've got an impressive. I mean, both teams impressive rosters, which is never thought that for Washington coming into this year.
Ravens got to be feeling good, especially that Derrick Henry coming in this year has clearly worked.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't. I thought after last year where he kind of stooped down a bit, didn't play as well. I didn't know what to think about him joining, but the Ravens are good, unfortunately. Like
Unfortunately. Oh yeah, for you, that's divisional for you.
yeah, you hate to see that, but I mean, what do you do?
Chargers, Broncos. Um, I didn't care about the game. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I didn't either. I like saw bits. I saw that Harbaugh left in the first quarter because of an illness, and that's the first time I've ever seen a head coach be escorted to the locker room because of something like that. So
Yeah,
that was interesting. Besides that, I think that's the most interesting thing to happen that game. So
probably.
yeah,
Steelers, Raiders. All right. Saw a tweet today that said Raiders need a new quarterback. I fully disagree. I think Avery is
really,
the guy.
really,
I mean, there was multiple passes that O'Connell threw that were literally dropped by his receivers. Perfect throw,
okay,
just dropped.
yeah.
Like
So do you think wide receiver?
I don't know. I mean, you just got rid of your one that was hopefully going to come back soon and help O'Connell out.
They should have gone for Amari.
Attack somebody here in the postseason or in the coming weeks.
Yeah,
But
they should have traded for Amari. I mean, like if they really need another weapon, because I agree, Aiden O'Connell he has shown that he can play, but
I mean, O'Connell even threw 40 passes.
yeah, that's a lot you're putting in a quarterback that you're not 100% committed to.
Yeah,
It's a lot of trust. So, but
Lions, Cowboys.
oh,
Should be the
oh
entrance
man,
fun in this game.
yeah, that this was insane game.
Hook and
I
ladder, Panay Sewell.
yeah
Uh, the lining Dan Skipper out at wide receiver. Um, then a flea flicker to your tight end, which almost never happens.
yeah
Like they're having fun. They're
they,
looking good. Cowboys, on the other hand, on Jerry Jones' birthday,
that's bad.
get throttled.
Yeah, that's bad.
At a personal opinion, time that Jerry's gone.
Oh yeah.
However they go
Also,
about,
yeah, that does his son take over, or do you completely sell to another family? That's the question.
yeah, who knows?
Also, scoregami
No,
for the
yeah,
year. That score's never happened before, first time. So,
there you
still
go.
fun fact.
Falcons, Cardinals. We're gonna play a little game a little bit later on called Contenders or Pretenders, and we're gonna name off some teams and we're gonna decide if they're contenders or pretenders. And I think it's time to put Falcons in the contender position.
I see. I don't know. I'm on the fence about that.
I think if Croco Chains keeps playing like how he has been playing, I mean, personal opinion, obviously. I think also if they get Bijan going
Yeah,
the way that we've seen him be able to get going, I think it's 100% possible that we see the Falcons in the NFC Championship game
over the Bucks.
over the Bucks.
You like the Falcons over the Bucks.
I do. I think Falcons win that division.
See, I disagree. I don't know though. I think the Bucks. I think the Bucks are slightly better. And after watching the Falcons like play the Panthers, that was somewhat of a close game all through like the fourth quarter until the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And like,
So
yes, the Panthers, but I
the
mean,
Panthers have been playing a little bit better lately too.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Bengals, Giants. Bengals are bad,
So
which is an understatement. Bengals are really bad. Uh,
yeah,
Personal
yeah.
opinion, if I'm a Bengals fan, I want a whole new offense.
Whole new
I don't
offense might be. You want with Joe Burrow?
I want him gone.
You want him gone?
Bengals fan, I want Joe Burrow gone.
That's crazy.
Joe Burrow's not working for you.
See, I don't even think it's Joe Burrow. I guess I don't know who it is. Like, I don't know. Like, what changed from last year though? I mean, his hand injury, but
I mean, I don't understand how that'd be affecting him this much right now. Like, obviously it could be, but yeah,
yeah,
wild take. Yeah, hey, it it could be a wild take, but at the same time, something's got to change within that organization, and maybe it doesn't start with Joe Burrow. I think it starts with Zach Taylor.
and we'll get into that later.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he may or may not also be on my list.
Hey, as he should be.
Yes, because he needs to be gone.
Okay. Now going down here. Bills Jets.
Okay. I think the
Yeah,
Jets.
I'm gonna let you start that one.
I think the Jets, after firing Robert Saleh, this is their first game. I think that their offense looked better. Rodgers, like, this is the best game we've seen him play all year. Now adding Devontae Adams, that's gonna be something special. Like, that offense, you're gonna want to watch out for him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because yeah,
And
I, that
I think same thing with the Bills though too. Like
they
both
looked good.
like Bills looked good, and for Allen really not having like Keon Coleman's a good receiver, but he's a rookie.
Yeah, Khalil
Cardale
Shakir's
was
okay.
a good receiver. I don't know if I'd throw him as number wide receiver one caliber.
No,
And I think with bringing in Amari Cooper
that's
could
gonna help.
completely elevate this Bills offense to a whole nother level that I don't think we've seen before, even when they have on Diggs.
I think the Bills are a better team than the Chiefs. This like right now.
Another wild take. I think Bills are better without Stephon Diggs.
I think that drama being gone has definitely helped them.
Exactly, and that's what I was going to say. Is that it's all the drama.
Yeah.
And when you talk to anybody within that Bills locker room and everything, had even said that he wasn't a good teammate. He wasn't a
Yep.
good teammate. Was like just a terrible person.
Yeah. Him being gone definitely is going to help the Bills, because now, especially with Amari coming in, because if Diggs was there, they wouldn't need Amari, but Amari is a good teammate too. You've heard it from all the Browns players. You see them all going to Twitter and stuff saying, thanks for coming in Cleveland. Thanks for doing this. It was nice having you as a teammate. So him going there, like, that's going to be a good addition for the Bills.
100%. Totally agree. All right. So that's it for the NFL for this week. We'll talk about them a little bit more when we get to your coaching issues we could
Oh yeah.
call it. But moving on.
Oh man. Do we have
Let's
to
talk-
go to college?
yeah, I think we do. I think we do
I do not want to
because
relive this.
I was right.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
firmly
Yep.
say that I was correct, and I was almost right in my Purdue pick too.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Holy cow, the Purdue's best game by far.
Oh man,
I just want
uh,
to say that game right there, the Ohio State, I
beautiful.
Will Howard, what is he doing? Why is he running the ball? Why you have 6 seconds in a timeout? Do not. I mean, you take 4 seconds in the pocket, standing there, looking like a statue, and then you decide to take off, thinking that you're going to have time to call a timeout and kick a field goal. It makes no sense.
So, but his logic was good, except for he went running for too long.
Yeah,
Like I
I,
think he should have 2 yards further back needed to slide. As soon as he starts his slide, that's where they're going to mark him down.
yeah,
So
they
he
called
call his
timeout.
as soon as he starts his slide, and then I think they would have shot. I think they would have won.
They could have just thrown the ball away. I don't even care. Like,
Yeah,
I'd rather have the chance of kicking the field goal. Like, so what if it's another Georgia? You missed a field goal to win the game. Like, whatever. Like,
that at least puts you in a better position to win than sliding down. Oh, oops, sorry, out of time.
I hate that play call. I don't even know why another play is ran there.
Yeah, yeah, it's not good.
No.
So this is the game we were talking about earlier.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Ryan Walters, get out of West Lafayette. I'm done with you. I everyone had been telling me, "Oh, Purdue needs to fire head coach." I was like, "Okay, let's give him a little bit more time." Okay,
No.
only second season. Let's give him a little bit more time. Um, going for two to win the game instead of kicking it and going for a double overtime. The worst decision maybe in Purdue football history.
Yeah, like the way the offense is playing there, and you're gonna go for two.
The way your QB had played all game looked a awesome.
Best.
And they
Yeah.
actually they actually just announced on, I don't remember if it was yesterday or if it was on Sunday that, Ryan Brown is the new starter.
Yeah, makes sense.
They officially have benched Hudson Card now. So,
Makes
hopefully that
sense.
changes some things. This game, I love to see a little bit slow start by Quinn Ewers, but, Texas did end up getting
Oh
the dub at Oklahoma.
yeah.
Um,
Insane. Texas is so
yeah,
good.
yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Um, let's move on down here to some of our picks for the week.
I mean, I
How about
just
this
want to talk
one?
about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tennessee again, almost losing. Like that's insane to Florida, and then even Bama
Yeah,
almost losing to South Carolina. Like,
I
what is
watched
going on?
that game.
Like, man, yeah, it was a what he just threw the ball over and into the game.
Even this one.
Yeah, I had the game up next to the OSU game. That was I picked LSU to win because
And I picked Ole Miss. I thought Ole Miss was going to get it done, but yeah.
man, I just the SEC. I have no clue what's going on there.
I don't think that anybody does.
Like the fact that all these teams are so competitive.
Yep,
It's
they're
insane to me.
all they're all like right there, man. They're all they're all right at the same level, pretty much. Let's go on ahead and look at a few other games that we had. Um, Colorado can
Ugh.
or let's start.
Yeah.
I guess we'll hop into this one right here. Boise State, Hawaii. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Personal opinion, Ashton Genty, Heisman, it's already locked up. No one should even else try.
As long as he doesn't get injured, yeah, he's got it on lock. There's no question in my
Uh,
mind.
I don't see anyone coming close
No.
to passing him. I just don't see in a world how it's possible. Talk to some people, they think Travis Hunter Should win it.
No.
And, like, I get the logic. Plays on both sides of the ball. Plays more snaps than anybody else does in college football. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Does not
no,
matter.
I don't care. Yeah.
I could care less.
Ashton
Ashton
Dixon got it.
Ashton.
He's insane.
Next one's right below it. Kansas State, Colorado.
Such a close game.
Colorado made that interesting there in the end.
If Colorado wins that game, they go into the top 25 for sure.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And they're up there with competing in the Big 12.
Yes. But I think that one I think that loss kind of solidifies right where Colorado is, probably right in the middle of the pack of the Big 12, probably right in the middle of the pack of all of college football, really.
Yeah.
They're
I'd
not
agree.
they're not up into your Bamas, your Georgias, your Ohio States, Floridas,
Right.
Tennessees, or not Florida, but Tennessee, Penn State. You're not up there yet.
That Penn State USC game was another good game.
That was another doozy.
Yeah, Penn State coming back there in the second half to take it to overtime.
Yeah,
Man, they were getting
Penn State's for real or not.
I know. Do they deserve 3? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Another game that we had picks on, we can't show really anything about it. Columbia City, controversial win at the end.
Holy cow!
If you read the rule book, it was correct. They won the game, fair and square. Okay.
Yeah,
some Leo individuals will not agree with me at all, but that's how that game ended.
For sure. No, that was I didn't end up actually going to the game. Unfortunately, I was busy, but I so wish I would have, because that was an insane end. I was getting texted saying, like, did you watch the end of this? And I had to go back and watch it. And the first time I went and watched it, I didn't hear the whistle. And then I was like, what just happened? So I had to, find another angle, heard the whistle, and wow. I mean, I'm delightfully surprised by Columbia City this week.
Yeah, I was too. I had Leo by 14.
Yeah, I had them by 10. So
I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll see how it all ends up shaking out.
and the way the sectional draw played out, you won't see Leo or East Noble until the sectional championship game if you make it there. So I think they have a good shot.
Norwell this week, Dwenger next week. Yeah, I agree. I do. I think Columbia City makes it to sectional championship, but that's for. I guess we'll find out in a few weeks.
I guess we will, won't we?
Moving on.
Yes, sir.
Ayden.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you take over?
Oh yeah. So we got a few coaches that are on the hot seat after a few bad games, a bad season. Let's talk about the first one. Let's go to the Jags. And Doug Peterson, he needs to be on the hot seat. Losing to the Dolphins, the Browns, the Bills, the Bears. I mean, you have that win against the Colts, but like we said, the Colts haven't won in Jacksonville in so long. I think Doug Peterson, he's gonna be fired very soon. Like, I don't think it's the team. I don't think it's the roster. I think they have a decent roster. Maybe their defense, could use some touching up. But Lawrence to oh shoot, what's his name? I just forgot his name.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, I was thinking Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk, and Brian Thomas. I was thinking Christian Kirk and Brian Thomas, though. Those two, man, he has good
roster though, and it's pretty serious. It's not a bad roster at all.
Yeah, so it's like, how are they losing this poorly? I don't know. I think Doug Peterson needs to go, and soon, or else this season's already basically over for him.
Oh, so, yeah, 100%. But like this running back room, Travis Etienne,
Yeah,
Bigsby's played so good this
for
season.
sure.
Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk, and Brian Thomas as your 3 good receivers, like, and then your tight end room, Evan Ingram has proven he can be a good tight end. So I don't know. I guess I'm not sure how they're not winning. I mean,
Yeah.
Eric Armstead was a stud at the Niners. Josh Hines Allen, we all know how he can be. Trayvon Walker, like when you go down and you look at this roster, they should be winning games.
Yeah, and they're just not. And
Yeah,
it's crazy to me.
it is. It's crazy to me too. Like how you're not winning games.
Now, let's go on to the next coach that I think should be on the hot seat, and that is Zach Taylor for the Bengals.
100%.
He needs to go. He needs to go. There's no reason, first of all, no reason you should lose that first game there to the Patriots. Like, I understand losing to the Chiefs, but like that's what okay,
I
whatever.
understand losing to the Chiefs. I understand losing to Commanders. I understand losing to the Ravens. Beating the Panthers by 10. Hello.
And the Giants by 10. It's like
These
how are
guys
you
yeah,
how are you this close with teams like the Chiefs, the Commanders, and Ravens, but then you only beat these teams by 10? It's like I get it. A win's a win, but come on. Like
yeah,
you gotta get something going.
yeah.
Like you got Jamar Chase, you got Joe Burrow. I understand the running back situation isn't the best, but like he's gotta be gone. Or he's got to prove himself quick. And another one that I have, who this one I still think he should be on the hot seat, Nick Sirianni for the Eagles.
I'd agree.
I think the Browns win was not good enough.
There's yeah, I definitely agree. Going down just looking at it, that's a pretty good win. Packers have played well.
That's a crazy win to think about.
Not a bad loss.
No.
A mediocre win. Like Saints came down to earth. So
yeah,
pretty
for sure.
Pretty okay win.
Terrible loss.
That could turn out to be not be a terrible loss.
But 33-16, like there's no reason you should let up 33 points.
This was a terrible win.
That's the worst win. I mean,
but that's a awful win.
You could not win against. I hate saying it, but only beating them by 4. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You got come on. They have had 0 offense.
Yeah, definitely agree.
And I get there's some special teams issues there, but that's still on Nick Sirianni in the end. And then I have a few others that are questionable. I think Mike McCarthy. I think he definitely needs to be on the hot seat.
I think Mike McCarthy's seat is lukewarm at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hot yet. I think if they get I think in this next stretch of 3 games, I think if they go 2-1, then his seat is really hot.
Yeah. But then those are hard games too.
They are, except for that should be a win.
Yeah.
We can just see this. That should be a win. 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 Right here, this stretch of 3 games.
You need to win those.
3-0. Goodbye.
See, yeah, I think being 0-3 at home, being
yeah, that's wild to me.
Yeah, losing 47-9 against the Lions. The Lions are good, but come on,
home or blowouts.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think he needs to be. You need to question him a little bit, and then I've also got these 2. I have 2 here that are questionable just because the situation for me. Mike McDaniel. I understand Tua's out, so that hurts a lot, and the wide receiver situation. But at the same time, last year, the way that he was losing the games that he should win, or losing the games bad against good teams, and then beating the bad teams, it's I mean, come on.
I agree to an extent. I definitely agree. I think the Dolphins need to make some changes somewhere. I don't know that it starts with McCart or with
McDaniel.
McDaniels.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's time to start looking for a new franchise quarterback.
I'd agree. Tua has, unfortunately, just his injuries, his concussions.
I do fear for his livelihood and his health.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like if he's not going to fear for it himself, someone needs to be there to look out for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then here's one that I'm not a fan of saying.
Oh, I knew this was coming, and I 100% agree.
I don't think he should be on the hot seat, personally.
I do. I think he does. They lost to the Cowboys is a bad loss. Lost to the Giants is a bad loss. Like you go, all these losses are not good losses except for Commanders,
I had the Browns 5-1 to start this year.
and they flipped the script on you.
Yeah. Completely. I think, or I guess 4-1. The Eagles game I wasn't sure about, but I think it's not Stefanski's fault, and I don't think they'll get rid of him. I don't think he's the one that's on the hot seat. I think the ownership are the ones on the hot seat. The Haslams.
Well, the thing is they're not going to get rid of Deshaun. They've proved that.
That's the problem.
They would have already traded him by now.
And that's the problem is you're not going to be able to trade him because of his contract. His contract guarantees 130 million still, or something crazy like that, 100 some mil. So it's like, it's just hard. Like, what do you do? But I don't think. Stefanski saying that Deshaun, yeah, it's bad.
Second
That
to
Deshaun
are in the league,
and there's been several backups, but saying Deshaun is the starter that gives them the best chance, that's not coming from Stefanski. That's coming from ownership and Andrew Berry because they know they messed up getting Deshaun. So I mean, it's bad. It's really bad.
Yep. Anybody else you feel like their seats get a little toasty?
I have Brian Dable, but I don't
see. I'm conflicted with Brian Dable. I think Brian Dable is safe for now, because honestly the Jets are starting to play a little bit better. So I think Brian Dable is safe for the time being.
Yeah.
The one that I think his seat is starting to get pretty hot is Sean Payton in Denver.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Great, you're 3-3. I guess not a lot of people expected much from you having Bo Nix to start.
Yeah.
But I mean, you had Russ there for a while.
Yeah, and did nothing.
And literally did nothing.
Yeah,
and
that was bad.
This roster is not a bad roster.
No, they have Javonte Williams.
Back room isn't a fantastic outside of Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
But then you go down here, receiver room. I mean, it's not great. Their tight end room is not fantastic either. But this is a pretty good defense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, just going down and looking through some of these names, like this is a pretty solid defense. Obviously, all starts with Pat Surtain. But like, man, I feel like at this point in the season he needs to be
to another standard.
Yes. They need to start holding to the standard that they're kind of holding everybody else to. One that I think that I was telling people yesterday that if Buffalo didn't win yesterday,
McDermott.
I thought McDermott was. I thought he was looking down a long road because, like, dropping 3 in a row after starting 3-0. I mean, I thought that was going to be it for him.
Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been really bad for the Bills to drop to 3-3 after starting 3-0. But they're looking good. I think after
Yeah,
the last night's win.
that last night's win, I think, is going to help. And obviously, Amari Cooper
Oh yeah.
coming in is obviously going to help them. But yeah, I think we got to the point where I think if Bills don't get it done this year, some changes need made.
Yeah, I think it's time to get rid of McDermott if Bills don't at least if they don't make the
With this roster, with adding in
yeah
Amari Cooper, I think they can.
for sure. For sure.
Like, I think they can 100% get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good I think that's a pretty good list of coaches on the hot seat. I don't know if there's anyone else really that I would consider.
I'm looking through here.
Like Dennis Allen maybe for the Saints.
Yeah, but I still feel like it's a little early.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Say that's how I feel about Antonio Pierce too, because they're both like that. Dennis Allen, I think it's second year coach, but
I guess you didn't think about here.
Sean McVay, wow. But I don't think. I think with all their injuries, with Cup and Puka being out,
Yeah,
I
but
don't think he can.
that roster just I don't know.
Like their defense against the Cardinals has been the only time their defense hasn't played well.
Yeah. Like their offense just can't score at all.
Yeah, and Cup comes back this week, thankfully.
Well, maybe.
Is it maybe still?
Yeah,
Hopefully he comes back.
I mean, you just look at this roster with Stafford, Kyron Williams.
No, they've got a good roster.
Oh, he was. I guess he was activated back to the roster.
Yeah, Puka's still out for now.
It's still down here on their injured reserve. And I guess this is a long list of having people on your injury reserve.
Oh, for sure.
Nakua,
Higbee.
Man.
But I think it's too early to say.
Yeah, you could be right. You probably are right. But, I mean, looking at the schedule here too, you should win Raiders. You should win the Dolphins. You should win Patriots. You honestly should win the Eagles too.
Yeah.
So I guess in what is that? 6 weeks? 6 weeks from now,
you need to be what?
See what the Rams are.
Yeah, you need another 3-4 wins that next stretch.
You see, there's another coach that there's going to be a lot of people not like me for this.
Shanahan? I disagree.
But the thing is how loaded that roster is.
But CMC is such an essential part.
This is a loaded roster. 100%, a completely 100% loaded roster.
But I agree, but Brandon Ayuk has not been performing as well as he should be this year. Losing CMC, that is a huge hit.
Obviously,
that is such an essential part.
Is not ideal for anybody. But you still have Deebo Samuel. You still have Juwan Jennings. Brandon Ayuk. I mean, George Kittle.
Yeah. I mean, George Kittle's been the only consistent player, I feel like.
Yeah.
The last few weeks, at least.
Trent Williams on your offensive line. Going to your defense. You have Nick Bosa. You have Leonard Floyd. You have all of these playmakers. Fred Warner. Charvavius Ward.
They have a good defense.
And once some of these guys from the injured reserve, Hufanga.
Hargrave is a hard hit. And Greenlaw.
Obviously, Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, John Feliciano there's a hard hit too on the line.
If they don't win when they get some of these guys back.
That's fair. That's fair. But I think he's still done so well over the last few years, making the playoffs as much as he has. the championship game, I don't know. I think that he'll be fine for at least another year or two.
He could be. All right. Now we're gonna play contender pretender.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna name you a team, and you're gonna tell me if they're a contender or a pretender and why. Just a quick little snippet of why you believe that.
All right.
Cincinnati
The Bengals, yeah, pretender.
pretender, 100%. It's not even
Yeah.
close. Until
They-
they figure out a whole bunch of stuff, they're pretenders.
Yeah, they have to figure out how the offense is going to work behind Chase Brown as the running back. Jamar Chase throwing to, Joe Burrow throwing to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Like, there's something missing there. They're going to have to figure the offense out.
Los Angeles Chargers.
I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders, but they're playoff contenders.
I agree. I think in an AFC West that, let's be honest, is weak.
Oh yeah.
I feel like could get a wild card spot. I say could end up in the divisional round. I don't see him going much farther than divisional.
I don't either. The offense, the AFC is so stacked with like so many good offenses that their defense just won't be able to handle it.
New York Jets.
I think starting today, they are contenders.
Pre-Devontae Adams, 100% was a pretender. Post-Devontae Adams are now a contender.
I agree. I think Rodgers is, the way the offense played last night and the way Rodgers is going to play with Adams, you guys, with other teams better watch out because they're going to be good.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Going down here now, Cowboys.
Yeah, no, pretenders. They're awful. Mike McCarthy can not do anything.
Yes. Chicago Bears.
Playoff contenders.
I could see Chicago going to the NFC Championship game, but not any further.
No, I disagree.
I could see, like, if Caleb Williams keeps making the strides that he's been making this year, I think Caleb Williams is going to give Jane Daniels a run for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I'm sorry. I disagree. I full-heartedly disagree. I think the Commanders and Jane Daniels are so good this year. They are stacked. Like, I think that the Bears will lose. They might be first-round exits, in my opinion. Like, I don't think they'll win the first round. I don't think they're beating one of the divisional winners because if they either play an NFC North team, they're not winning. They play Washington, they're not going to win. They play maybe the Niners, whoever wins the West, if that's the Niners, Seahawks, Cardinals, whoever wins that, the Bears might beat them. I don't think so though. I wholeheartedly think that the Bears could be first round exits if they make the playoffs.
I disagree, but I guess we'll find out in a few weeks. Okay, two more for you. Atlanta Falcons.
Contenders. Super Bowl contenders.
Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, I think so. I think they lose to. I think they could lose to the Bucs or Washington in the NFC. Maybe like the Lions or Packers.
Yeah.
Besides that, or I guess the Vikings are good too this year. I keep forgetting. Like, I just don't think they're going to be good for long.
Are they?
Yeah, I don't think they're.
Realistic thing you got to think about is: are the Vikings actually good?
Like, they have good wins.
Team that is not good. You beat a banged up 49ers team.
But that Texans win. Holy cow.
Texans win was a great win. The Packers win was a good win.
The Jets win was a good win too.
Okay win.
Yeah.
Like, I can't honestly sit here and say, yeah, that Jets win was a really good win. Like, it wasn't. It was a good win. Good job.
I think this will be the Vikings' first loss this week against the Lions. Like, they're I don't know. They've looked good, but it's like, I don't know. It's hard to determine if they're actually legit. It's like I said, it's kind of like the 11-0 Steelers. They're gonna
Yeah.
have a huge fall off at some point.
All right, last one. Washington Commanders.
Oh, yeah, Super Bowl contenders easily.
Super Bowl contenders. I could even. I. Yeah, I think
Especially after the Ravens loss, like being as close as of a game as it was, I think they're Super Bowl like winning contenders. Like, I think they could win the Super Bowl this year.
So I heard this. I heard this question earlier today. I don't know what. I don't remember what I was listening to or watching. Um, to start a franchise, if you were to start a brand new franchise right now, and you had to choose between Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, who are you picking?
Jane Daniels easily.
I would agree right now.
Oh.
I think next year, I think things could change.
I think
Okay, so to this point, who are you more impressed with, Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams? Because if you look at it, Jaden Daniels' offensive coordinator is Cliff Kingsbury, quite
yeah,
possibly one of the greatest offensive minds we've ever seen.
yeah. I mean, he knows how to have a quarterback like Kyler Murray. So
Gene Waldron, who I'm gonna be honest with you, is a mediocre offensive coordinator. So when you look at it, you got to think to yourself, yes, Caleb Williams has more weapons, but his offensive coordinator, I'll be honest with you, isn't very good.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like
Mills doesn't have great weapons, but his offensive coordinator is like
lights out
one of
difference.
the greatest offensive minds we've ever seen.
I just think that I'm in the long run. I think I'm taking him like 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10. Just because the way he plays is insane to me. He's like a mix of Lamar and Josh Allen, Lamar, anyone that you could think of at the top of the top right now. He has the arm of Josh Allen on Lamar's legs.
Yeah, I like that assessment. So going back to like there was when these two guys came into the league, they did like obviously their draft comps, and would they his was either Cam Newton or it was Lamar. It was one of the two. I don't remember which.
Yeah.
Would you still say that's a fair assessment?
Yeah.
I would. I'll be honest, he reminds me a lot of Cam Newton.
That's fair. Yeah.
Not the
Hopefully,
body size, but the way he
yeah.
runs, the way he can throw the ball reminds me a lot of Cam Newton.
Well, and he has insane accuracy too. Like he has one of the most, like he's probably the best. I think he has best accuracy in the league right now. Completion percentage.
He does.
Like, that's good.
And then like Caleb's was Mahomes. To me, Caleb plays a little bit more like Josh Allen.
Yeah, I don't think
The running style is not quite what Allen's is because Allen is big enough that he'll just run you over whenever he wants. But like his decision making is pretty decent in the fact that that he can throw it. Like he can sling it and then but he also turns the ball over a little bit like what Josh Allen used to do. Honestly, Josh Allen, if I'm thinking right, doesn't have an interception yet.
Which is surprising because he used to turn the ball over quite a bit. That was like the main concern people had with him. But
so let's do a little thing where we're gonna, as of right now, obviously we're 6 weeks in. Who is your NFL MVP?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard because I really like Baker. I really like Jaden Daniels.
For me, it comes down to one guy's at the top, but there's a few guys that are just below him.
Who are you thinking, Josh Allen or Lamar?
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's close, but it's not that close.
Yeah, that's fair. He's been playing good, like especially this last game. last night, I think. But I mean, I don't know. There's just something about
Yeah,
Baker.
that one that was bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, he's looked like Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's fair. But I don't know, dude. Baker throwing the way he is, playing the way he's consistently good. Consistently. Like I don't know if he's had a bad game yet. Yeah, I take that back. He's had a bad game, but
Okay, who wins comeback player of the year? Because I ended up doing some research on it. I ended up finding out Sam Darnold is not eligible for comeback player of the year.
is it because he never like left?
He wasn't hurt or anything like that, so
You just
they
back up.
ruled him ineligible as comeback player of the year.
Good. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I think it'll be someone. I guess we'll see how Nick Chubb plays, but I could I could see it being someone like depending on how Joe Burrow, continues, he could um
Kirk Cousins,
Rogers. Okay. Yeah. I forgot he got hurt, didn't he?
yeah, he had the Achilles.
Yeah, I forgot. That was late in the year. I think
Definitely,
between you're probably right. It probably
I
is
don't
going to be Kirk.
think anybody else up there.
Uh
Like, there's a few guys you could sprinkle in, okay, maybe, but like
Rogers.
Rodgers hasn't played to that level.
Now with Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
So
he's getting a late start though.
that's true. But we still got 2/3 of the season left.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just see, I guess. Defensive player of the year.
I honestly don't even know.
I'm upset because my pick just got hurt for the rest of the season.
Hutch, dude, that's
Just
rough.
that
That
was
was
nasty.
awful. That was a terrible injury.
Oh, it was so gross.
Yeah, no, that was bad. I Defensive player of the year, it's probably I don't even know. I don't even know who to think,
Not. I mean, TJ Watts had a decent year.
but not like an outstanding year. Miles Garrett sucked. Um, let's see. I honestly have no clue. It'll be interesting to see who will win defensive player of the year because that's a tight race.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tight. Thank you, Colton.
Getting some support out here.
For real.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
But
All right, let's look here. Defensive tackles, Robert Spillane. Sacks, it was Hutch. Man. Dexter Lawrence has had a sneaky good year though.
that's interesting to me.
And
Huh.
David McKinney with five picks.
He has had a pick every game, I'm pretty sure.
So I don't know. What in the world? So I don't know. Like
That'd
your
be
player of the
interesting.
year is gonna be close. Offensive player of the year though.
Derrick Henry.
See, I'm thinking the same thing.
Because there's no wide receiver this year that's been like, oh, that he's winning offensive player of the year. But there's really been no other running back besides Derrick Henry that I'm just like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking Saquon going into the year. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be Saquon. Saquon's gonna be the guy, but it wasn't.
No, I'm that. Derrick Henry's been very, very impressive.
Yeah. I think it's gotta be Derrick Henry.
For sure. Unless he gets hurt or
Yeah.
Chubb.
All right. Once again, he's
Hey,
gonna get. Is he playing this week?
yeah, he's got to play this week.
That's gonna
So,
be that's gonna be interesting.
yeah, back against the Bengals too. So
Colton, there was a little bit of Columbia City talk. I don't want to get too much into it about what happened on Friday. All that I want to say is that they won. They should have won. They got the they got the call right in the end. That's
Yeah,
all that really
I agree.
matters for that game. They got the call right in the end. Um, but yeah, that's not much else to say from that game other than way to fight,
Looking looking
win,
good.
and let's keep some momentum going into this week against Norwell and then going into sectionals.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Question time.
Oh, yeah.
I think you got a couple.
I got one here with you know, Salah's gone from the Jets now. All right. So the offense, they looked better. And now especially since you're getting Devontae, I mean, do the Jets are they playoff contenders? Are they the offense is gonna look a lot better? So what are we thinking?
It's hard to say they're a definite contender right now. I'd want to see 1 week with how Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Mike Williams, and obviously Rodgers and all of them play well together. I
Yeah,
want to see how they play together um, before I'd be like, yes, 100%.
that's fair.
I I still don't think Jets win the NFC or AFC East.
Oh no.
I
Bills
still
Bills have that. I agree. I think Bills have it. But I think they come in for a playoff spot. I think they're scary in the playoffs because it's Rodgers. He's experienced. He knows what he's doing. I think that could be a scary team.
Yep.
I'm all board on the Jets here.
I
I'm loving it.
I'm not yet. Any
I'm loving it.
other questions?
I had the whole Hutch situation down, but kind of talked about that.
I guess there is one thing that I have with that. I think that Detroit needs to make a move
Since he's
or
gone down.
a running for a defensive end. I think the guy to go after is Myles Garrett.
Really, you want Hutch and Garrett? That'd be an insane duo.
Well, since Hutchinson's out for the year, bring in Myles Garrett because let's be honest, being Detroit, you're kind of in a win now situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
that's true.
yeah,
Like
very good point here.
like
And
you like in theory, I guess that injury shouldn't have happened, but at the same time, that Cowboys offense could be dynamic.
yeah, that's true.
With CeeDee Lamb, do the Colts have a chance to win the AFC? No.
Yeah, the
No.
Colts. I'm sorry, it's the
Unless
Texas
unless
division.
Anthony Richardson, um unless Anthony Richardson starts playing like what people think he could, I don't see it happening. I also, um I personally believe there needs to be a coaching change down in Indy.
Already.
Well, okay, so the reason I believe that is Richardson got hurt. What was that? 2 or 3
Okay.
weeks
Yeah.
got hurt in a play. They pull him, they put him back in later on in the game and run a
Yeah.
design QB run. And
Yeah.
he
You
gets
can't be doing that.
and then he was done.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be taking those chances with a guy that is supposed to be your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I'd agree. I don't know about making head coach changes yet,
Like,
but
maybe not a complete head coach change, but, like, there needs to be a real sit-down conversation. Like, you
oh,
have
for
to
sure.
promote this guy. He's our guy.
Oh
But
yeah.
no, I think it's Houston all the way from the
Oh,
AFC South. I think it's Houston out of the AFC.
really?
I do. I fully believe it's gonna be Houston taking down the Bills in the AFC Championship game, and
Wow, I
then
don't even think that the Chiefs will get there.
head coach in Indianapolis. Yeah, absolutely not.
You don't think the Chiefs will get to the championship game this year though? That's crazy.
You're
See, I'd be okay with it, but
like it was just announced this weekend. Rasheed Rice is out for 10 to 12 months.
he's gonna be out. He's out for next year too.
Yes,
With all
he's
the
out,
Eagles
he's out for part of next season. I guess to be part of next season.
Yeah.
Out through at least the first. What would that be? 2 weeks of next season. Chiefs are definitely winning the Super Bowl. Chiefs are not. I'm sorry, Colton. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but Chiefs aren't. They need. I guess what the Chiefs need to do to be able to be back into winning the Super Bowl conversation is they need to go get another receiver.
I'd agree.
Because right now you're leaning on who? Xavier Worthy. Like I cannot honestly think of another reliable um receiver choice for them outside of Kelsey, who to start the season looked bad. Like honestly, looked bad.
Yeah.
I mean, go look at this roster. McCole Hardman. I mean, I don't see it from McCole Hardman. Juju Smith-Schuster's after the whole
He's okay.
thing, I don't see him stepping up and being that number one guy. So you're literally leaning on like Xavier Worthy.
Yeah. Juju had a good game last year. Last game.
Yeah, he did. And like obviously, you never know what's going to happen with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Anything can happen.
That's true.
But I still don't believe that Patrick Mahomes has played like the best QB this year.
Not at all. Not even close.
I he's played. I think they lose in the AFC divisional round to, like I said, either the Bills or the Texans. Like I don't realistically see someone taking down the Texans.
What about the Ravens?
Like the Ravens are good, but the thing is like I feel like the Ravens are such a predictable team.
That's fair
For me. Like that Lamar's going to run multiple times a game. Like for a fact Lamar's going to run multiple times a game. You know that when he's throwing the ball like this year, it's going to Isaiah Likely. Gosh, I can't even think of the tight end out there right now. Mark Andrews.
Mark, yeah.
Or like
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, I guess.
On a wheel.
Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers.
Yeah, that's a rough
receiver core. Nelson Aguilar, when he was at the Eagles, was terrible.
Yeah.
Like terrible. Rashad Bateman, I mean, coming out of Minnesota, was supposed to be like one of those guys and really hasn't been super impressive. Zay Flowers, in his second year, has been pretty solid. And Isaiah Likely's taken that really big step this year, especially with Mark Andrews being out to start the season.
I like Isaiah Likely over Mark Andrews. I think he's a better tight end. I think he's better.
I think he's a better receiving tight end.
Oh yeah, for sure. Blocking Mark Andrews, but
I don't know. Like Mark Andrews is one of those old school tight end guys that can stay in and block like
Gronk.
George Kittle.
Oh yeah.
George Kittle is an amazing blocking tight end.
For sure.
Flacco or Richardson, the Colts offense. Oh, Richardson, honestly. I feel like it's Richardson. Because Richardson gives you both aspects of throwing and running. When it's Flacco, he doesn't give you the aspect of being able to get outside the pocket as well and either throw it downfield or take off and get you that first down with his legs.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like Flacco, but on the other hand, Flacco's got the experience.
I agree. I think, but That's
Flacco's
something you can teach from the bench.
Flacco's been to a Super Bowl. I think Flacco's prime position is as a backup quarterback, as we saw in Cleveland.
I don't know. I'd take him
Alec,
as the starter right now.
Alec Pierce or Michael Pittman.
That's
Hard. That's a hard question because their styles are different.
Yeah.
Pittman's not necessarily a small receiver. Alec Pierce isn't a big guy. Like, neither one of those guys are huge, but, like, at the same time, I mean, let's look here,
I don't know.
Pierce is 6'3". I guess they're really close in size. I mean, Pittman does have, like, 10 pounds on him, but Pittman's also got a little bit more experience being the number 1 receiver in an offense. Yes, Pittman's kinda been off to a slower start this year.
Yeah.
I think eventually Alec Pierce could get to a Michael Pittman role in an offense, whether it's the Colts offense or whether it happens to be in another offense. But I think right now I would take Pittman because I just like the way Pittman plays. Pittman's aggressive. He's going to battle for a ball. I mean, that touchdown they had that ended up being the game-winning touchdown this week was a pretty good play by Pittman.
Yeah.
But I'd agree Alec Pierce has kind of been that guy this year for the Colts when they can't get Pittman going. They kind of got to lean on Pierce a little bit. I think,
or even Josh Downs.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it really has been Josh Downs as well. I think the main issue the Colts have to get past right now is so far everything in your offense is working, but you have to, one, figure out your quarterback situation. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Richardson or is it going to be Flacco?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And I think you got to figure out what's going on in your tight end room. Mo Alley-Cox is a mediocre tight end. Kylan Granson is, I'll be honest, I knew nothing about him coming into this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't know the guy.
I think Mo Alley-Cox being on the team is crazy.
The Colts have to figure out.
Yeah.
At this point in the season, am I rolling with Trey Sermon or Jonathan Taylor? Jonathan Taylor, and for me, it's not close.
Yeah, that's easy. That's an easy.
Jonathan Taylor is a guy that has been a proven, honestly, top 5 running back in the league for multiple different seasons. So he's got the experience. You can use him as a receiving back out of the backfield as well. He can catch a little bit. I mean, receiving, he doesn't get a lot of catches, but I mean, in the Chicago game, 1 reception for 25 yards, 3 receptions for 20 yards, 2 receptions, 32 yards. Like, he can get you some good receptions out of the backfield. And yes, Trey Sermon can as well. But, I mean, in the Jacksonville game, 6 receptions for 25 yards. Like, that's not... I don't think Trey Sermon can put up the numbers that Jonathan Taylor can, because for me, Jonathan Taylor can be a back that you can get to the edge and he can break off a big run with his speed, or you can throw him in between the tackles and let him run between the tackles.
Yeah. I think you should go JT though.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
You got any other questions, Ayden?
I do not.
I came in today with really no questions except for I did have one. It's kind of 2 questions, but it's also kind of one. In your opinion, which is the worst division in the NFL right now?
Honestly, I feel like the NFC East is pretty rough.
I thought the same thing. For me, it's the NFC East. The Cowboys are bad. Giants, real bad. Eagles are about the Giants level of bad. The only division that's any good is Washington, a team that not a lot of people thought was going to be good.
But I also feel like the AFC East is bad too, but like for different reasons.
They're
bad because of injuries.
Yes. Like, AFC East is bad because of injuries. NFC East is bad
because they're bad.
I'm going to be honest. NFC East is bad because of coaching.
Yeah. Which I'm so happy that the Commanders, they completely like the whole front office is just
Yeah.
completely new. Like that's
Oh,
that's for the best.
best division in football. For me, it's not close either.
It's the NFC North
And
easily.
a
They
division,
they have the best record.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect to be the best division.
No, yeah, not at all.
So what's the second best division in football?
I think the NFC South.
See, I'd agree. A division that was arguably the worst division last year. It might
Yeah,
not be arguably. I think they were the worst division last year.
yeah. I think they're one of the best, the most competitive for sure.
Hmm. Well, I think it's about that time.
Pick time.
Actually, I skipped one thing. I don't have a slide made up for it.
Ooh, power rankings.
Yes, it's my power rankings. I don't have a slide made up for it.
The Geiger gauge. Let's hear it this week.
So I can't change much from last week. I have to keep Vikings at 1.
See, I agree. I also have Vikings at 1.
So I can't move them up, or I can't move them down. I can't move them up, obviously, because they're number 1. Number 2, try to think. Number 2 last week would have been I had the Bills. I think
See, I disagree.
I'm going to stick with the Bills, and I'm not moving the Chiefs up from number 3 because they didn't play.
See, I have my number 2 is the Lions. I have the Lions at 2, especially after.
You see, that's not bad, but I don't see. Yeah, I think I'm going to put Lions at 4.
I
Because
disagree.
I want to see Lions play a better team.
I don't know. I feel like the Cowboys, like they're bad, but
That's my only reasoning behind it. Like, yes, you played the Buccaneers and you lost, but like your wins, like I'm yet to be impressed. Like, yes, you put up 47 points on the Cowboys. Yes, you put up 42 points on the Seahawks, and maybe that is like what you needed. Maybe you needed 2 big games
yeah.
where now you're gonna like this week's game. I feel like is going to be the game where I can move them up into the top 3.
See, I have Vikings, Lions, Texans, Chiefs.
And you see, I don't have Texans in the top 5.
See, I disagree.
I have Bucks in the 5 spot.
Here, I go ahead and finish your list
Okay,
there, and
I have Bucks in the 5 spot.
okay.
Rightly so. Like Bucks have played extremely well. I did have to drop the Commanders a little bit from last week due to the loss, and I'm going to put the Ravens in at 6.
Putting the Ravens at 6, Washington at 7.
I don't know if I can even put Washington at 7. I think that's where I'm going to throw in the Texans is at 7. I don't know. I just need to see a little bit more. I've got to see a little bit more from the Commanders from that loss. Yes, it wasn't a bad loss, but I, got to see a little bit more. So I think Commanders are going to go in there at 8.
That's fair.
Going in at 9, I think Packers.
That
Packers have looked pretty good.
I agree.
And I think going in at 10 is going to be the Bears.
Really?
See, because the Bears have looked well. So for my 10 spot, there was a few teams that I debated on throwing in there. It was between the 49ers. I still need to see the 49ers play a better game. A good complete game.
See,
49ers,
okay.
the Bears, and the Falcons.
All right, that's fair. This is kind of like I feel like we agreed with a few of them. I have Vikings at 1, Lions at 2, Texans at 3, Chiefs at 4, the Ravens at 5, the Bills at 6, Washington at 7, the Bucks at 8, Packers at 9, and 49ers at 10. And I had honorable mention of Falcons and Steelers.
Okay. Yeah. My
Yeah.
honorable mentions would be Falcons and Steelers as well. It's going to be a big question mark this week for the Steelers because rumor has it right now is that Russ is going to be starting at quarterback.
See, I disagree.
I think they need to stick with Justin Fields
For sure.
but everything coming out of Steelers camp right now is that Russ is going to be taking first team snaps, which
Which
I
is
don't
great.
think he should, but
Yeah.
I mean, what do I know? I'm just a guy from Columbia City.
That's no kidding.
All right. It's about that time, Ayden.
I love this time.
All
Let's see if
right.
I can improve on my 14-0 from last week.
Whatever.
Can I go 15-0 this week in picks?
No.
I think there's 15 games this week.
Well,
Something like that.
What happened here? Why'd you get kicked out?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. All right. NFL schedule for week 7. Thursday night football, Broncos Saints.
I'm taking the Saints.
So this week, I decided we are not going to do over and unders. It's a little bit too hard to try to keep track of them all.
That's fair.
All right. Broncos Saints. You're taking the Saints.
For sure. Yep. I think
I'm going to take the Broncos.
all right, that's fair. It could honestly go either way.
I agree. I think this is kind of a 50-50 game.
Ooh, Derek Carr's still out. Nah, I'm still taking the Saints.
Okay. All right.
There's a good slate of games this week.
Good slate of games. Patriots, Jags in London.
Taking the Jags.
See, I don't know. Drake May played good in his first game. Jacksonville's just looked so bad.
Ooh, that's a good point. Drake May did look really good.
I think I'm going to go Jags, though.
I might switch to Patriots.
I'm going to take the experience of T-Law.
You know what? I'm switching to Pats.
You're going to switch to that. Okay. So far, we're complete opposites. Seahawks, Falcons. For me, that's not close.
Yeah, Falcons easily. They should be favored by more than 3, to be honest, in my opinion.
Agree. Titans, Bills.
Bills. I mean,
not one worth watching. This is going to be Bills all the way.
If you can pick up Bills defense this week in fantasy, pick them up.
Even that's kind of a disservice to the Bills.
That's no kidding.
Bills, Browns.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Nope. Hey.
The game is going to be so bad.
Nick Chubb's return. It is going to bring something to that stadium that we have not seen in Cleveland since the Browns clinched the playoffs last year against the Jets.
No way.
Chubb's return is going to be something so spectacular. It's going to lift that team up enough for them to beat the Bengals. And plus, they always beat the Bengals, and Joe Burrow's like 1-7 against the Bengals.
Last week, it's 5 games.
Do it, Ayden. Yep, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm picking the Browns.
I missed 5 games last week. But whatever. You and your Browns, whatever. I knew you were taking Browns.
You missed 5 last week. That's honestly still not bad.
It's not bad. Compared to how we did week 1, that was not bad.
Yeah, week 1 was rough.
All right, Texans, Packers. This is a good game.
That's going to be a really good
game.
I'm taking the Texans. I'm taking the Packers because it's in Green Bay.
I love the Texans offense.
Wow, we are like
team in general. Yeah, we're completely upset on all of them except for the Bills one.
I'm taking the Packers, dude. I genuinely think
Colts. For me, it's
Colts.
Yeah, Colts. Until the Dolphins can figure out really QB situation, I don't see that switching. Lions, Vikings. What a fun game! Vikings get their first loss this week. It's the Lions.
I agree. See, I agree. I think Lions win too.
The Lions. Eagles, Giants.
I have an upset here. I have the Giants. That's crazy. Yeah, I think they're going to win.
I thought these were supposed to be good games this week, and then we have another bad game.
Oh, yeah. This stretch right here is rough. Why are the 425 games so bad?
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
I'm taking the Rams.
Okay, that's a bad game, dude.
If Cup comes back.
Panthers, Commanders. Golly.
Wow.
Commanders, just try not to put 70 up on them.
Yeah, no kidding. But try, stay a little conservative. Put 60, 63.
Chiefs, Niners. Okay, Ayden, I'm gonna say it. There will be no undefeated team after this week. 49ers getting the dub.
I disagree.
with or without Christian McCaffrey.
I think the Chiefs win, unfortunately.
I You know what? I'm gonna make this statement. I think the Chiefs are a pretender.
Oh, ooh, Super Bowl pretender,
Super
yes.
Bowl
Playoff
pretender. Super Bowl pretender.
okay, yeah.
Like, obviously, they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, their division is so easy.
But Jets, Steelers. Jets fall to 2-5. Devontae Adams has a big game, but he's
I
done.
have an upset.
Oh my lord! You're taking Steelers.
And I'm taking the Jets. Oh, wait, oh, sorry, yeah. The Jets are favorite, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jets.
Jets, Jets.
It's gonna be a crazy game.
2 games. One of them is on ESPN only. That's the Chargers Cardinals at 9 o'clock. Next Monday, it's on ESPN only. But Ravens Buccaneers. That's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna take the Bucks.
Give me Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Oh, I love Baker.
That's gonna be a
Listen,
good
that'll be
Chargers
a
Cardinals.
really
I
good
think
game.
like this one's gonna be a sneaky good game as well.
I agree, actually.
Give me the
I think
Chargers. That'd be a good game.
I'm also taking the Chargers.
I think J.K. Dobbins has a big game. I think Marvin Harrison gets 2 touchdowns in this game. Ain't no way Lamar all the way. No.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Jarrett. Lamar's losing this week to Baker Mayfield, baby.
Bye week teams this week is Bears and Cowboys. All right, let's hop over into college football for scores this week. Games this week. Few good ones, few not so good ones.
Like that first one.
Okay, I'm going to tell you why I'm taking Purdue. It's not
Over
just because
Oregon?
go back and look at Purdue's record versus top 10 teams within the last 7 years.
I know it's like it's somewhat decent, but fine. I will gladly if Purdue wins. Hallelujah, because
So you're taking Oregon?
I'm taking Oregon, but I would gladly take a Purdue win there.
Oh yeah, you
Bring
would.
Ohio State back up. Yeah, I would.
All right, going down through these games. Any that is ooh,
Indiana, Nebraska is going to be a huge game.
Nebraska.
Really, I'm taking Indiana
Because I haven't seen IU play a good team yet.
but I think this is their game. This is the game where they prove themselves as a legit team.
This will be the game where we find out is IU legit.
Right
Ooh.
there, another good Bama, Tennessee, and I'm taking.
Give me Tennessee.
Oh, I'm also taking Tennessee.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I'm taking it. Yeah.
Give me the Volunteers. Michigan, Illinois.
Give me Illinois.
Like, that's a bad Michigan team.
Give me Illinois, yeah. Also, can we talk about Army and Navy both being in the top 25? That's crazy.
And I feel like they'll both be in top 25 until they play each other.
Oh, for sure. I think they still might be after, but the game of the week right there, Georgia, Texas. Texas blows them out of the water.
I'd say Texas wins by 2 scores.
Like, that's going to be a blowout for, yeah.
That'll be a good game. That'll be a sneaky good game. K-State, Virginia. West Virginia's played good. Actually, give me West Virginia.
Real, I'm going to stick with K-State.
Any other teams that you know of that you want to go hop onto their game? Ohio State must have this week.
No, they play. Who does Ohio State play? Shoot, I just forgot.
One here. They must have a bye.
No, they play. Yeah, they do have a bye. They had one earlier this year. That's weird.
Any other interesting games to you?
Not that I can see.
What's going on right now?
Oh, the MAC. Is that MAC?
No, that's Sunbelt. Sunbelt. I'm not really seeing any other games.
I mean, the Miami Louisville game might be good, actually.
That could be good. I
I
think
think
Miami gets it done.
I think Louisville might win.
Really?
I think
How
they
much?
could. The way Miami's been playing, dude, they've been playing horrendous. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'll take. I don't know. I'm not very confident in this pick, but I'll take Louisville for an upset.
So final picks of the night: Columbia City,
Columbia
Norwell.
City and Norwell.
See?
Give me Columbia City by 35. Yeah.
I'm taking Columbia City by 25.
Norwell is bad this year.
Norwell is bad this year. Well, that's it for the first live episode.
That is.
That was a good live episode.
It was fun having the chat there, being able to interact with people, and
yeah.
So
Keep the questions coming in when
sure.
we do these live episodes. Between now and next week, go ahead and leave a comment on any of our X posts or our YouTube channel on any of those, or PM us, personal message us on X, TikTok, any of them, and then we'll with a segment or something you want us to add in, or a question, or even a hot take if you've got one. We'll be sure to give you a shout out next video.
Yeah,
next Tuesday night. Next Tuesday night.
Next Tuesday night.
All right. Anything else from you, Ayden?
Just go out there, watch the game. There's right now you got Guardians and Yankees playing.
Yeah. I forgot about the other sports, honestly.
College
basketball rankings just came out.
Yeah.
It's to Purdue, but whatever. Down at
well, maybe without Zach Edey.
Well, hey, it don't matter. We're gonna run it back.
But you also have the Mexico USA soccer game on right now, which huge game apparently.
Really?
Yeah, huge game going on. It's starting. What?
Bragging rights? Is that what that's about, or what? Why is that such a...
I guess huge rivalry going on there, and so just go out there start right now. So
I guess go watch some soccer, go watch some baseball. Just go watch sports. Have a lovely
make sure you watch football.
Be safe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's some stuff going on in the world. Be safe.
For sure. And I think that's it for this episode of Beyond the Scoreboard.
I agree. Be sure to be watching for our videos going on TikTok, and for be watching next week. Make sure to leave a comment on any of our posts.
Sure.
Or message us, and we'll be sure to shout you out next video. Thank you, everyone.
See ya.